Hello students, I welcome you all to this video in which we are going to discuss about pseudo coloring. This is the topic which you are in the unit 2 of digital image processing. The pseudo coloring is the concept which is used in image transformation and filtering techniques. So let's start with it. First of all, what is pseudo coloring? The pseudo coloring is derived from a grayscale image by mapping some intensity values of the image to a table function. In general, when we see some color images in any area, when we see some color images, so did you think about from where the colors are come into the image, from where the black and white image converted into the color image? In previous videos when we covered some intensity functions like black and white intensity functions, gamma functions, and many more. So this is the concept of coloring the images to a table prefix. In this concept we use a table, or we can say we use a table function through which the pixels of the image are taking some attributes or the values of attributes of the image to color the black and white image into a color image. So whenever we take any black and white image, then there is a table associated with that image. It matches and it done the process of mapping of each and every pixels of the image to its color value to convert it into the color image. So this concept of coloring the any concept of the image, the pseudo coloring is the main concept. Now we can understand this concept with the help of this figure. Here we can say that there is a raster scan. You already studied about the raster scan, the random scan, and the computer graphics. So the computer graphics is also a part of image processing. By the raster scan in the monitoring system is used to capture the image and to show the image. So whenever any image come under into this raster scan, there are three types of color units, that is red, green, and blue. The pseudo color lookup tables are consist of these three functions, is red, green, and blue. So whenever any picture come around this raster scan, it will go to three categories: the red unit, the green unit, and the blue unit. Then the output of these three units will be sum up and go to the final output monitoring screen to show the pseudo color image on the viewer or output screen. So this is the concept of pseudo coloring. In the part of pseudo coloring, the main concept is to divide the input image into some axes, and it defines the two levels of the image. The upper level of the image will always have the value which is greater than the threshold value, and the lower level of the image will always have a value that is the less than of the threshold value. So this is the proper concept of pseudo coloring. And what about it, and what is the pseudo coloring? It just convert the black and white image into three levels of the transformation. So three types of transformation are using here: the red transformation, green transformation, and the blue transformation. When we covered the color models, these three colors are the primary colors, and the combination by these three colors we get the secondary three colors, which we have studied further. So the main three primary colors are red, green, and blue, and by the combination of these three colors we get the secondary colors, that are cyan, magenta, and yellow color. So the RGB color model is the primary color models, and the CMY, cyan, magenta, and yellow color models are the secondary color models, which are derived from the primary color model. So the pseudo coloring concept is based on this figure or this primary colors. Now what is the color scheme which used in this concept of pseudo coloring? So I have already told you, in the concept of pseudo coloring we use a table, or we can say that the lookup table. The work of this table is to convert the file values in the form of image. The values are for pixel image, so it covers each and every pixel values to its output intensity values, to convert into a different value of intensity, to convert into a different attribute of color values. This lookup table is used, and the work of this table is to just performing the task of mapping of these values of intensity to their color attributes, and color for each input value is controlled by the color schemes. So this scheme is known as the color scheme in pseudo coloring concept. Now, the grayscale color scheme. The grayscale color scheme is is similar to the pseudo coloring lookup table, which is composed of some pixels of the image which are in grayscale. As we all know, the range from the grayscale values are from 0 to L-1, that is 0 to 255 gray values are there. These gradation ranking from 0 to 1 denotes the black and white color. The minimum value, that is 0, denote the white color, and the maximum value, that is 1, or we can say that the 255 value denote the black pixel of the image. So it is all about the black and white. Only 2 pixels or only 2 color attributes are present here. That's why this color scheme is known as grayscale level scheme. Now, this is a pseudo color processing gray level to color transformation. How a input image, which is gray level image, is converted into a colorful image or color image. So this type of transformation is performing under the guidance of the pseudo coloring concept. In this figure, we can easily see that there is an input which is denoted by f of x comma y. This is nothing, it is just an input image, and x and y are the coordinate values of the image on which the image is plotted. So this block diagram is for pseudo coloring image processing. Now this input image f of x comma y will go through the 3 transformation: the red transformation, green transformation, and blue transformation. So the red transformation will convert the input image to the red pixels of the image. So in this concept, a lookup table is used. First of all, in lookup table, all the pixels of the image have only 2 values, that is black and white. So first of all, when the pixels of the image go to the red transformation, it just pick up the color attribute of red to the lookup table and give the attribute of the pixels to the red transformation. Then when some pixels of image go to the green transformation, the lookup table will pick up the gray and white or the black and white pixels of the image and give it to the green attribute of the image. Now in third step, when the input image go through the blue transformation, in lookup table, the lookup table will pick up some attribute, the gray and grayscale attribute, or we can say that the black and white pixels from the lookup table, and give it to the blue transformation. So basically in these 3 transformations, the black and white image will go through all the 3 transformations to convert the color black and white to red, green, and yellow. Then at last step, the output of the red transformation will be denoted as frx comma y, because after this transformation, the pixels under this transformation will have a color of red. In green transformation, the output is denoted as fg x comma y, because all the pixels which are grow through this transformation will have the color green. In third step, in blue transformation, the output is denoted as fb x comma y, because the output of this after this transformation will have the color blue. So this is the process of pseudo coloring. In first step, when we have only a black and white image, and at the last step, at the output stage, we have the same image but the color is in 3 attributes, that is red, green, and blue. So this figure is for showing the pseudo coloring image processing in red, green, and blue fed into the corresponding these 3 RGB color monitors. So it is just basically depends on RGB color model when we have only 3 primary colors, and by the combination of these 3 colors we can produce some secondary colors to show on our output or viewing screen. Now how it works. First of all, the pseudo coloring modules colonize the grayscale values from the lookup table. It picks up some attributes or some pixel values of the image and convert it from the RGB color module. First of all, it performs the task of mapping of the attribute values from black and white to some color values. Then it show that how many colors or how many pixels are doing the matching successfully. If these values are convert into the color modules, then it just convert the gray and white pixels into the color image. It perform this task just for dividing the complete image into 2 parts. The upper part will have always the larger values, but the lower level have always the lower values. In this lookup table, there are uniquely 768 rows which can be produced. Each and every cell of this table will denote the pixels of image. So there will be RGB color table from blue to red to create 768 unique colors. So by using this pseudo coloring, we can provide any black and white image to 700, maximum of 768 unique colors. So it is just about to converting a grayscale image into a color image using some color modules and especially using table, that is lookup table. So this is a screenshot how the pseudo coloring is performed. Here we can see that there is a image, and in left hand side there are the combination of some colors. So we can see that the mainly primary colors are three colors, that is red, green and blue, but with the combination of these colors we can generate many colors. So there are the lots of combination of these three colors. By increasing the intensity and by decreasing the intensity, we can produce more and more colors, and we can give these colors to our image as our choice. So in this screenshot, we first of all have to select the color scheme 1, 2 or any other. Then we just have the map type. We have to convert the piecewise linear searching or the logarithm, and we have to apply the input image on it, and we can preview the image. In the right hand side we can say that there is a preview image. So after applying the colors, we can also see the temporary output along with this input, so that we can use or we can view the output similarly with the input techniques. Now the gray level to color transformation, and this is all about to convert the grayscale value into some color frequencies. So there are two concepts used. First one is peak. The peak denotes the constant color region. Valley, the valley denotes the rapid changes color region. So as we all know, there are some color region, that is red, green and blue. So constant color regions are called the peak value of any region, and when we perform any changes, then this rapidly or this frequent change between these color regions are known as valley. So when we perform any change, any small or any little change between these phases from three transformations, that is red, green and blue, will also produce the little changes in the pixels of the image. So by these changes we can differentiate or we can adjust the color attributes of each and every pixels, so that we can use the different colors to different attributes and we can get the different images. Now the second function of pseudo coloring is piecewise linear function. This function is according to its name, it is a piecewise linear function. So first of all, it is done into the piecewise. In my previous video I have already told about the slicing of the images. So in slicing of images, we just cut down the images, or we just partitioning the image into some slices or into some parts. So as we all know, the 1 byte consists of 8 bits. So when we perform the byte-wise slicing, then we just cut down or partitioning the image into 8 slices, and each and every slice will be operated individually. So this piecewise linear functioning will provide the function for the contrast, for the brightness, for the visual perspectives, and for different distinguishable attributes of the image. By applying this technique or this function, we can also differentiate the object from its background object, or we can apply some transitions, we apply some effects on the image to enhance its properties or enhance its quality. So contrast is the difference in visual properties that make an object distinguishable to its background. We can also perform this operation into this category, and this function will perform in piecewise manner. So it cannot apply to an image as a complete up piece. It can only be applied to any image in a piecewise manner or in a linear manner. So we first of all we have to cut down the images into some parts, then we have to operate each and every part individually, then we perform this function on every part of the image to convert the grayscale image into a color image. So this is the piecewise linear function which just perform the task into some piecewise manner. Now this is the example of output of piecewise linear. Here we can see the upper part of a diamond, in which we coloring this part, each and every part into a different color. So here we can say that the complete object is divided into some pieces. So each and every piece is operated individually, and we color that pieces into a different color. So when we perform these function, the main task is to perform on a piecewise manner. Now the second function is smooth non-linear functioning. This algorithm are applied in order to remove the noise or unwanted signals from our actual signals. And smoothing, there is a task which is known as smoothing. The smoothing function is just talk about the intensity of the images. In this function, we just smooth the image. We can increase the brightness, we can decrease the brightness, we can adjust the brightness or darkness of the image, and this task is performed non-linearly, where the former are amenable to analyze the Fourier transform or the linear domain. So all the images we can see here in a frequency domain signal, and we have to perform the smoothing signals for these images. In the process of smoothing, we can use some filter, that is smoothing filters. In these filters we have some mean, mode, max and mean layers. So when all the pixels of the images combined together, we have to calculate the mean value of that image, and we have to compare each and every pixel values to that mean value. According to and on the basis of these calculation, we have to performing the smoothing function on the image, and to performing the pseudo coloring. So this is the smooth non-linear function output. We can say here the difference. The first one is the cameraman picture, which perform the part of the first part, that is piecewise linear function. In piecewise linear function, internally the complete image is partitioned into some forms of some parts, and each and every part operated individually, and the output is there. In second image, in the image of an lady which is talking on a telephone, in this part we have performed some smooth non-linear functioning, and all these two outputs, we can see the difference here. In smoothing, in a smooth non-linear function output, there will be a clear image, but before applying this task, the previous image is not clear, but after applying this part, the output image is very clear. But when we apply the previous operation without pseudo coloring in previous image of cameraman, it is not visible. So it is just about pseudo coloring. So this was the concept of pseudo coloring. It is not widely used, but it's just a task of converting the black and white image into some color attributes by using some color transformation, that is red, green and blue transformation. It just depends upon the color models, that is RGB primary color model and CMY secondary color model. It is just about these models. By using these models, we can easily convert a black and white image into a color image by using some extra feature, that is lookup table. But just we have to just mapping pixel to pixel value and just convert the color attributes of the image. So this is all about pseudo coloring. Thank you.